Hello, my name is Rai, and welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're all having another amazing day, and today, going over the cards in Mini Set 1. So we're going to be starting off with the reprints first, and then getting to the new cards next. If you want to know more about mini sets, or what their purpose is, or how they work, or anything like that, check out the previous video, where it's just a whole video going over what a mini set is and everything that I feel is necessary to know about it as of right now. And yeah, so if you're interested, check it out. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the video. And the first card that is reprinted in Mini Set 1 is Beast of Hunger. The next one is Matter Tracer. Potato King is also reprinted in this set. Wuggletez, a very important card, is reprinted as well. Razor Tater is reprinted. Last Respects is also reprinted. One Up is reprinted. Mask of the Forsaken is reprinted. Oh. Apologies. Attack Rebound is reprinted. And the final card is Ultaberry, that has been reprinted in Mini Set 1. Now, I'm going through these incredibly quickly and not really talking about them for a reason. It's because I already have whole videos going over each of these cards. And so if you're interested in any way about any more detail about what each of these cards do, what they're typically played in, what their use case are, my personal thoughts on them, or anything like that, check out those videos. There is a link in the description to a playlist of every single video that I have going over Cores TCG and especially their cards. So be sure to check it out. Like I said, it's a link in the description. There's multiple other links down there that are also important and valuable and all that other good stuff. So always check out the description. I always have at least something down there. And before we get into the first new card, being this one right here, go ahead and like and subscribe, comment, do all that YouTube stuff. It really helps me out and helps motivate me to keep on going and push me to make even more videos. And so if you're enjoying the content at all, support me through that. And if you do want to support me financially in any sort of way, there's a link in the description to buy packs of this game. Otherwise, just watching and liking and doing all that stuff is plenty enough. But anyway, let's get into the first of the new cards. I'll be going over these a little bit more than the others. World Watcher is a price 0, price 0, 0/1, so 0 power, 1 armor, air elemental monster. There's not really much else to say about World Watcher, to be honest. It is just kind of what it is. But yeah, so that's that card. The next one is Shredder. Shredder is a price 3, 2/2, Earth Scream type monster with the effect Speed and True Strike. Speed just gives you an additional attack on your battle phase as long as you're not tempered, and this attack does not temper you, so it functionally acts like a better active. And True Strike is, it's hard to explain this briefly and have you really understand exactly how it works. I have other videos going over exactly how this works, and there's also in the description a link to the rules for Cores TCG, so if you'd like to read in more detail about any of these effects or anything like that, be sure to check it out. But True Strike functionally just makes it to where whenever attacking another monster, any additional damage done that's not spent on depleting the armor of that card to 0 is done in damage to the owner of that card. So For example, if this card is attacking a card with 1 armor, you would deal 1 damage to the owner of that card. Anyway, so that's Shredder. The next one is Mountain of the Giants. This is functionally the Tree of Vitality or Star of Ruin or Whirlwind of Restoration or Thunderstorm or whatever of Earth monsters. It is their respective field card boosting option. Mountain of the Giants is a price 2 field card with the effect Earth monsters gain +1/+2 and active, so they can attack the turn that they're summoned. The next card is called Ori Blast. Ori Blast is a price 2 1/1 Air Scream type monster with the effect Ender, so when this card is discarded, quick summon 1 Ori monster. A very powerful effect. The next card is Rogue Bulb. Rogue Bulb is a price 3 2/1 light robot type monster with the effect Startup, summon 2 light elemental tokens with the stats 0/1. Okay, so this card's effect is worded a little bit strangely in comparison to how I write token-based effects nowadays. If you look at the more recent cards that have token-based effects, then you'll see that it is written a little bit differently, and in my opinion, in a way that makes a bit more sense. It's a bit easier to read and understand what it's saying. Rogue Bulb, this is how it's intended to work. You would summon 2 tokens that are light elemental type 0/1s. That's how it's intended to work. But if you read it as it's written here, as how we write things now, it's basically saying that you're summoning 2 0/1 tokens that are called light elemental tokens, not light elemental type. So now you know how it's intended to work. Just keep that in mind. I'll say that's just how it works with token effects, since, like I said, they're worded a little strangely, but that's how it was intended to work. I will errata it later in set 5 to actually fix this, but until then, it's worded like that. The next card is Elemental Burst. It is a price 1 boost card with the effect Duplicate 1 elemental monster. Duplicate just means to make a token copy of a card. So, pretty self-explanatory. You get to make a token copy of either a card with the elemental typing, a monster with the elemental typing, or a monster with elemental in the name. The next card is Life Rain. It is basically the Mountain of the Giants for water types. Finally, they gained some support. Life Rain is a price 1 field card with the effect +1/+1 and upkeep +1 HP to all active water monsters. Okay, so I would nowadays word it a little bit differently, but unlike Rogue Bulb, it's not different enough to actually change the meaning, so that's why I'm fairly fine with it, all things considered. And that is just simply that I would write this out gain 1 HP instead of +1 HP nowadays, but it's really not a big deal. So +1/+1, you already know how that works. +1 power, +1 armor to your water monsters as well, to all water monsters, but also upkeep. Let me explain what upkeep is, because it doesn't come up very often, since I'm very sparing with this effect, but because it's sparing, I need to explain when it does come up. Upkeep is functionally a better startup effect. How startup works is whenever the monster with the startup effect is summoned, the stuff in the parentheses happens right then. So when you put the card in play, that's when the stuff in the parentheses next to startup activates. It's the same exact thing with upkeep. Whenever the card is summoned, this stuff in the parentheses happens. But also, this stuff in the parentheses happens at the start of every turn after the turn that it's summoned, as long as the card is still in play. So it is literally just a better startup. So how this helps you is pretty much, as long as this thing is in play, you're gaining health equal to the amount of water monsters you have in play every single turn. So, a really good defensive ability. The next card is Brock of Rock. And before we get into the card, as you see here, someone commented on one of these. And if you want to get a shout out or get, mentioned in one of my videos, if you comment on Instagram on one of my cards, I'll point out your comment and probably respond to it in the video, or at least point it out. But anyway, Brock of Rock is a price 5, 3/5, so 3 power, 5 armor, Earth Elemental type monster with the effect True Strike and Speed. You already know how both these work, same exact thing as with Shredder, just flipped. But just because they're in a different order literally does not change anything about how they work. So that's Brock of Rock. The next one is Master Hive. Master Hive is a 2/2 water alien type legend, and to summon it, you need to discard one active dark or earth alien monster. So either a dark alien or a earth alien type monster in play. And if you discard one of those and put these in play, then what kind of effect does this thing have? Well, once per turn you may redirect one attack, so functionally a free once per turn attack rebound, which is really good. And Ender, quick summon 2 price 3 or lower alien monsters from hand or ground zone. Ender, -3 HP. So you have 2 different Ender effects, but both, as Ender works, activate when the card is discarded. So yeah, so that's Master Hive. Divine Works is a price 1 boost card that allows you to search one Ori monster and reduce their price by 2 for this turn. This is functionally just a price 1 version of a set 1 card called Divine Discovery. Divine Discovery is a price 2 card that does the same thing, but it searches 2 monsters. Whereas Divine Works only searches 1, but because of that, it's only price 1. And that's all of the cards for Mini Set 1. That's all the new cards as well as the reprints. And I hope that you found this entertaining or enjoyable or beneficial in some way. If you watched this far, go ahead and type in the comments down below whether or not you are more excited when it comes to mini sets, whether you're more excited about the reprints or the new cards. But yeah, so that's about all I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching here until the end. I hope that you all have a blessed day, and fare thee well.